Welcome back to Bitch I Ain't Scared. It's not our theme song, but it might be soon.
It might be.
I don't know.
There's some good harms.
Thanks. I'll lay in another track and like have 3 different voices.
Such a whimsical theme that was right there. That was nice.
So Rob, you remember that scene from Batman Forever? Batman Forever, we can reference it because it's not garbage like Batman and Robin. So Batman Forever at the end where Robin, I think, is in some sort of capsule and then Nicole Kidman's character is in a capsule and he has to like choose which one he's going to save. Obviously, he saves both of them because it's Batman.
Because it's Batman.
But if I put Willow Rosenberg in a capsule...
No, I'm a Willow.
Just breathe. Just breathe. It's okay. Willow Rosenberg versus... Wait, I already did her.
What do you mean you already did her?
Not Willow. No, I was going to pick somebody. I was like, no, wait, I already did her. I can't do her again.
Okay.
Okay, wait.
When did you do the Willow?
I had to... No, not Willow.
Oh.
Willow's good.
Oh.
She's in the capsule.
She's in the capsule.
She's not coming out.
Okay.
Oh, shit. See, I had this locked down, but I was like, no, wait, I already did her. Just give me a moment. Okay. I got it. Okay. Recap. So, put Willow Rosenberg in one capsule. In the other capsule, Piper Halliwell. And you absolutely can only save one because you're not Batman. I'm sorry.
But they can save themselves because they're witches.
That's true. But let's take this back to the beginning.
I know what you're saying. Okay, so Willow Rosenberg
They can't save themselves. They are depending on you.
Is this pre-witch or post-witch?
Doesn't matter. The magic that is at work, only Rob can save them.
Well, I mean, Willow's personality changed when she became a witch. So I'm not talking about the power. It's just her.
But she was still like nice and sweet.
Is she a lesbian?
What does that matter, Rob?
It's helping with my decision. Just help me.
Rob. Oh my God, are you going to not save her if she's a lesbian? She's always a lesbian.
Well, I'm just saying, was this before or after? Because she was all about Xander, and she was, okay. Not my Piper, though.
I can't believe you asked me that question. Sexuality is not...
No,
in
it's not. And it wasn't going to help me with my decision. I'm just trying to figure out where is Willow at in her life. That's what my question was.
Okay.
God. You're dealing with my childhood and adulthood right now. You're asking me to choose.
TikTok.
Better
hurry up
I'll take
before
this
both
whole
of them drop.
hour. God. I wonder who the villain is. Are you the one sitting in that chair?
It's me, of course.
With your fucking
I'm the one
cane?
asking you the questions, so...
Oh, God.
Riddle me this, riddle me that. Which one are we going to drop, Rob?
No, my Piper. I gotta save my Piper.
You're saving Piper?
I am saving Piper. I know. It's just too much history there with me and Piper since day one. Oh God.
Ain't Piper the bitch though?
Piper she's a snidey one. But that's the thing. I think it's because she's like the blunt one.
No. I'm not saying she's a bitch. I'm saying she's the bitch.
Oh, she is the bitch. Yes, definitely.
Out of all of them, I'm like, it's always been Piper.
Piper just doesn't. She just doesn't play. She does not play. I just love her.
She was no drama behind the scenes. So
oh my God, I love Willow though.
It's all right. She's been in so much dark magic. I'm sure she'll like figure her way out of it.
That woman has her transition in that show, her growth. But Piper was she really grew too.
She grew too.
Yeah, because she was always the sweet one, and then she was just like, I don't give a shit no
her
more.
powers of like freezing and blowing things up aren't gonna save her from like, she can't really like freeze herself. So freeze herself from falling. It's like nah.
Oh man,
but
God, freaking Batman saves them both. Well, that's the thing. See, he trusted Robin to do his own thing. That was his lesson, and yeah, I'm making sure Piper lives. Willow can take care of herself.
Willow, you're right. She'll do it.
Yeah.
See, happy ending.
Yay. Good question, and don't scare me like that again with my Piper. Oh my God. For those of you who do not know, I love Charmed so much. Did I just choose Charmed over Buffy? No.
No, that
No,
wasn't the question.
That wasn't the question.
No.
Some people may read it that way, and that was not it. I just love me some charm.
Let's be a little more intellectual, people. And it wasn't even that we were saying we hate Willow. That's why I stacked them against each other.
Yeah, but I would have dropped Nicole Kidman though. I'm sorry.
Well-
Like I didn't. She wasn't she wasn't for Batman. I'm sorry. She just was not for Batman.
She wasn't.
How do you follow up Selena Kyle with Chase Meridian? Like that is not an improvement whatsoever. I don't know what that was. Like they made her a doctor and she still seemed dumb as rocks. I don't know.
Oh, damn, Rob.
I'm sorry. I just was not a fan after Selena.
But honestly, like, in that fourth movie, they didn't even try.
No, I didn't try. Did I tell you that theory about Batman?
What?
So apparently somebody in this world needs there to be some kind of explanation as to why those movies are just horrible as shit. Apparently, the Joel Schumacher movies are supposed to be movies within a movie. They are comic book renditions of the legend of the real Batman, which is Keaton. Which is why the Batmans change and the hokey of it, Gotham is completely colorized. Everything changed
Cute.
because they are kid fictional movies of Batman.
I see. Well, that's fun.
Yeah.
It's really fun. Still. I mean, I don't hate Batman Forever. I don't.
I don't either.
It was
If I had
definitely
to
like
choose between the two,
Getting
But-
into that territory where it's like, you're doing a lot, but...
but O'Donnell was like hot as fuck.
I mean, once he put on that costume, it was like, yes, we're going to business. All right, great. And just those asses. That was the only good part about the last.
When he was doing laundry, like I can watch that scene every day.
So unnecessary.
It is
honestly.
It's so good. I love it. With his buzz cut hair, he was the shit. I don't care. He was the shit.
Oh gosh. So, final week. We have arrived.
Yes, we had a good December. And for those of you who are listening who do not live in LA, yeah, we get no snow. It's gotten colder.
Mm-hmm.
Should we complain based on other places? No, but it's gotten cold. For LA folks, it's fucking freezing.
So, also a little more history. Rob is from Seattle.
yes.
I am from Indiana. We know what cold is, okay?
Yes.
We know what weather is.
Yes.
Like, I know in like a month, my family's gonna be like, it's fucking like 5 degrees and it's noon. I'm like, I'm so sorry. But, you know, we have moved to LA, we've acclimated, and it's fucking cold.
It is.
Shit.
It is.
I'm so surprised every time I'm like, what's the temperature? And I pull it out, 62. I thought it was like, I'm sure it was 35.
It's hilarious. So literally all year, I've been wearing none but hoodies. I broke out the big jacket. And this is a jacket that I own in Washington. I barely touched it unless I went to some like dinner party and I
Yeah.
need to look good. I broke out the big jacket. Like it's that time.
Yeah.
I've been here too long. This is what happens when you live in LA.
Yeah.
But yes, December was good. We've got our little, our own version of winter. But yeah, This was a good month.
Yeah, and the
Especially
closer you get to the water, it's brisk.
Yes. But yeah, how are we going to close up December?
So, I mean, we've talked about a lot of things that are tropes of the holiday season, toys,
My idea.
and gifts, and kids,
Badass kids who don't
And-
need presents.
Santa. And what comes out of all of this? Excess. Gluttony, which a lot of people will think gluttony is when you eat too much. Gluttony is when you just do way too much of something that you don't need to do. So, I thought it would be fun to talk about things, and yeah, we can go straight to the point and talk about characters that, ate too much and that was their downfall.
Oh, poor Greta. I'm sorry.
Who?
I just keep going back to that. Nightmare 5.
Oh, yeah. It's so gross. So
Greta,
gross.
gross. Okay, but I
There
see
are
what you're saying.
Other characters who it's like,
Yeah.
you know what? If you had just walked away, you punched him, you could have ran. But no, you wanted to stay and fight because you thought you were some sort of macho. So you fed into that bullshit. You did too much. And you got your head knocked off.
This will be interesting. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So let's just get it out of the way. You mentioned Greta.
Yeah.
Another one that is obvious is Gluttony itself from the movie Seven,
Mm-hmm.
which isn't too bad. I mean, that's the opening of the movie, and you know, I think the idea recounting of like him being force fed or Greta being force fed. I mean, you see that happening to her, and I mean that movie's very like kind of over the top.
Yeah.
So maybe people don't take it seriously. Just seeing the after effect of the man who's like forced to eat, like he even made him like eat parts of the floor. It's just so weird.
Yeah, he was on a strict spaghetti diet at gunpoint apparently, and yeah, it was a little sad because he only died that way because of how he was treating himself up to that point.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't pick some random dude. Well, I mean, technically he was random, but I mean, it was a guy who obviously didn't care about his health and his weight, and they were like, well, let's just keep going. Let's finish it. This is what you want to do. Let's do it right. It's like a kid who has his first cigarette and they make you smoke the whole pack so you know what the fuck you're getting yourself into. Let's do this.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, now I read that he only ate till he passed out, not died, and then the man kicked him.
That's right.
And his stomach burst.
That's right.
Fuck me.
That's right.
I did not know that.
That's
and,
right. I forgot about that part.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's horrible.
You know, and it's sort of like Seven is a precursor to Saw.
Oh yeah.
It's like he
definitely.
tortures these people, and it's like he kind of gives some people the opportunity to live. But, you know, some of them, it's like they... Like the guy agreed, I mean, it's like if he had cut off a pound of flesh from somewhere more, I don't know, like his leg, maybe he would have lived. Maybe not because there's a femoral artery.
But yeah, he's attacking people who obviously have sinned, and you know, and he felt, that's the other thing, he felt righteous doing it. He thought he was doing good things. And you know, just that whole conversation in the car towards the end where he was explaining why none of those people are good people. So why do you care? Why are you on me on this? Shit, get off my nuts. I did y'all a favor.
But he's just the same. And thinking about all of those sins, they're like gluttony.
A little bit.
Because it's all excess, you know? It's one thing to like eat something and enjoy, but it's like you do it all the time, and it's like obviously you're destroying your body. You are lazy and slothful. It's the opposite of gluttony, where it's like you're not doing enough, but you're still doing too much of something, which is just laying around on your ass and you don't give a shit.
Yeah.
That's the same thing. Lust. Put the dick down. Pride. You know, don't look at that mirror once in a while. You know, it's like you're not God's gift to the world.
I'm sure Tales from the Crypt touched every single one of them.
I'm sure they did.
Yeah,
Like
there are tons that have that same exact theme.
The episode with Leah Thompson. Where
exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So, that's what I'm saying again. It's like, it's not just about food.
Mm-hmm.
All of these things, like, it's too much. Greed. You're accumulating too much wealth. And then you're just keeping it and you're hoarding it. And it's like, you're not taking care of anyone. Trying to fight Jason Voorhees in an alley. Probably just go the other way, because then you get your head knocked off.
Who was trying to be a hero? Black dude.
He was
on the roof. Thought he could take him because he had boxing skills. What did I say? Stop being a hero. That man. Oh,
was he being a hero? Who was he trying to save?
well, he wasn't trying to save, but he was trying to stop the bad guy. He thought he could take him. That's the thing.
Macho mentality.
Yeah, that's why we cannot be macho in those. Like, it's never going to end right for us. He was sort of the butt of the joke too. That was a laughable scene, which sucked.
Well, it was a laughable
Royal
movie.
Ass. I know it was, but yeah, poor guy.
Poor thing.
And he got tired and like stood there. Wait, he was just like, just do it, just fuck it, because I can't even run. But you would think one punch, he would know better.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
There's another movie where someone's force-fed, like, dog food. I think it's called Snoop Dogg's Hood Tales.
Okay, so I've never seen this. I've never even heard of this. But he produced it, apparently, and it's an anthology, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Okay,
There's a few recognizable faces.
Okay.
But yeah, someone you know, a couple racist white people get force fed. Well, one of them does, and she gets force fed the dog food until her stomach blows up. And
That's right. It was some reality show, and like rednecks were put with old vets or something who were black or something. I can't remember. Am I thinking of the right story?
No,
This was a different story.
This is a different
Okay.
story.
Okay.
Yeah, Sidney Poitier's daughter, Sidney Poitier, she's in it. I don't remember what their deal was. I think that they were just like up to no good, and she found out what they were doing. They killed her, but then somebody ended up getting them,
Okay.
tying her down and making her eat dog food until she blows up. I don't remember how the guy died. It's not like it's a memorable movie, but
Well,
it's
of course, but it's an example.
this is
to what
something
you're
that
saying.
pops up more often than you would think. The video game I played, Phantasmagoria, one of the wives of the magician, he force feeds her like entrails. Yeah.
Gross.
I think she choked on that though.
Yeah.
But still. That's kind of rude. They always have like big people and they always put them in that situation where it's like, oh, their thing is eating. It's like maybe they're just bigger.
It's a gland problem.
Yeah. Maybe they're just thick.
You're big
Thickums.
boned.
Yeah. See? I don't think we're helping.
No.
This the other thing from Zombieland where he was like, if you're fat, you're gonna be the first to go because you can't outrun the zombies.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like you gotta do some cardio. You can be big. Just make sure that your heart is healthy.
Yes.
Eat some Cheerios.
So, did you hear about David Arquette's Glutton?
Is that a show?
It's a movie.
No.
So it's not out yet. It's like the movie you mentioned in the other episode. How if you go on IMDb, there's nothing there. But it's a movie that has been put in production since 2011. Even Patricia decided to be in it. And I read about this story before and then just completely forgot about it. So David Arquette he likes horror. Let me just get that out the way. He directed a movie before called The Tripper. And I don't know if it was political or not, but it was an axe-wielding man, and he was just a killer running around or whatever. I can't give you too many specifics. I want to say I watched it.
Never heard
But
of
yes, that he directed that horror movie. Well, he did it for this one. So the story is that this man over the phone finds out that his sister is in real big danger. I don't know if it's like a hostage situation or she's just in trouble in general and he needs to get to her. The trouble is that the man is like over 300 pounds and he can barely move off of his bed.
This is terrible.
So and this is in the synopsis, he needs to literally cut the fat off of him so he can move and get to his sister. And this is to save his family's life. Like, I just have nothing but curiosity for this. It's got to be super deep. I don't know what the tone was going to be, but I'm just like, what a sad story. But yeah, basically that's what it is. So it's called Glutton.
You're gonna bleed to death before you get anything. Can't you just call someone?
I don't know what the specifics are. That's just what I read. I was like, I've never heard of a story like this, so now I'm curious.
Okay, that's definitely unique. But
Yeah.
blah,
Yeah.
blah. I can't do with body horror. I just can't do it. Like cutting parts of your body off, someone else cutting your body part off. I just can't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah.
God, like Chainsaw Massacre is one thing where, you know, like somebody's leg gets knocked off, whatever. But it's like these slow things where it's like someone's cutting someone open. Yeah, I just don't like it.
Yeah.
In The Gift, it wasn't, not The Gift, in The Box, the short film I just watched. It wasn't too bad, but the dinner scene where it's like they're eating the mom.
Well, she, had to provide for her family, and that was sort of
and she
like
was
her
happy
dream
about
or
it.
whatever. Exactly.
But still, I was like, ugh.
I know. Yeah, super gross.
It wasn't too bad once they were eating her, but it's just like the whole thing of him like cutting a slice away. I was like, God, please don't.
Yeah.
I just imagine myself in those situations.
Now I'm trying to, wonder exactly what would fit under this particular subject. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of like different food sort of like movies or whatever, but I mean, there's kind of greed everywhere. Yeah, I'll have to think about it a little bit as we keep talking.
Think about greed in the sense of, I mean, maybe not necessarily the Belko experiment, but they're just killing people for no reason. Because they just want to see how they're going to do it. They just want to see how they'll react. Will they kill one person? Or two, however many it was. To save everyone.
Everyone.
No?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then we're going to kill a bunch of you, and then you have to kill some more of you. It's like always upping the ante, I think. And I think that's what horror is about, too. If you make a sequel, you're not going to come out with a movie where 2 people are killed, which they have done that.
Yeah.
I feel like Nightmare 2, it was like
the Freddy movies always killed less and less with each sequel.
So
like,
interesting.
Yeah.
But, typically people want to see more. They want a higher body count. They want it to be more graphic. Sometimes less is more. Sometimes.
Yeah.
And I just think there's a lot of characters that would survive if they didn't, I don't know, not try harder, but if they didn't put themselves in these situations where they feel like they have to go back. There's always those characters, it's like, I gotta go back inside. I gotta find out. I gotta know. I gotta kill them. Let's just go to the police. Or let's just leave.
Yeah, let's just leave.
Let's just go. We're alive. We don't know what they're doing in there. But still, we want to go back into the house. I feel like one of the Texas Chainsaw Massacres, there was a character, she just kept running back, and this guy had to keep chasing after her. It's like 3 times she went back. 3 times. She didn't die somehow. And I feel like there's a lot of characters. It's like you get people killed. They never die.
Oh, yeah, the ones who make the mistake, and then, like...
They're like, I gotta go back and do it. And it's like, no. It's like, okay, well, I'll go with you. And then you get people killed.
I think you mentioned Pumpkinhead to me once, where that guy felt he needed just one more shot in to kill him, and then when he got up close, Pumpkinhead was alive, and then he took him out. The guy who killed the kid.
Guy, yeah.
Yeah, so he obviously was, like, full of himself, and he just had to get in one more little shot. Mm-hmm. Which is, we want to make sure that they're dead. Don't get me wrong. I had a bitch really.
You had a gun.
You don't get close, though, to find out.
If you have what is it called? Like a full range? Not a full range.
Mm-hmm.
You have a weapon, use it. It's a gun. Shoot. You don't have to, like, walk up to it.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. I'm trying to think if there are movies, like, where... I guess not prideful, but you just feel like you need answers, or you have to explain something, like people who just dig too deep into something. I guess The Ring might be something.
That just
she
popped in my
kind
head.
of needed to solve the case in order to save herself, so I guess she was trying to do the same thing, but she just wouldn't leave left alone. Oh, I think that's what it is. It's just this huge curiosity, like reporters and journalists, people who just can't mind their own fucking business, and they end up, like, unearthing something.
Yeah.
I guess that might be an example.
I think that's a really good example.
Okay.
And it's usually reporters where it's like, they hear about, this strange happening in this town. Well, I'm going to go and figure this out. I'm going to debunk it.
Yeah.
That's their pride right there. It's like, this isn't real. And then they fuck some shit up. And then it's like their whole family, all of their friends, their cameraman who's like, I don't even want to be here.
Yeah.
They all die. But the reporter is still like, it is real, and now I have to figure out how to stop it. Well, if you didn't go in the first place,
Right.
we wouldn't have had a movie. But at the same time, if you didn't go in the first place, all these people wouldn't be dead.
What do you think about, like, thrill seekers? Like, people who go, like, mountain climbing and camping, and, well, camping's not a thrill thing, but to me it is.
It can be.
I can't
if
be
it's
dealing
like,
with that shit.
Depends on how you're camping.
Yeah.
If you're roughing it.
Yeah. I don't know. Something about that is just that constant need to just be in this exhilarated state, and I just feel that sometimes you just mess shit up when you're just, like, constantly trying to get that, like,
Yeah.
thrill. Those people who was trying to find all those haunted houses in House Oktoberbelt, like, calm
Right.
down.
Yeah, it's too much. It's too much. You take it too far. Because it's like, oh, we're going to all these scary houses. It's like, well, this person's strange. Yeah, let's follow them. It's like, it's too much. You've gone too far.
Yeah.
I want to swim with sharks. You've gone too far. Swim with the little tiny sharks that, can't really bite you unless you're just like not paying attention at all. You want to go and swim with the giant ass shark. You want to go and swim with the genetically modified shark. I see. It's too much. You've gone too far. And that's what the horror genre is all about. You've taken it one step too far.
So there are two movies that sort of have the same theme. So they play pranks for laughs and popularity and what have you, and they just like they succeed once or twice, but they just can't help themselves. They have to keep playing pranks on people, and then what happens? You fucked with the wrong person.
Yeah.
And so one of them is Joyride.
I didn't see that one.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Joyride is so good.
I didn't know that they were fucking with him. I thought he was just crazy.
No, here's the thing about that. Now, I can't remember his name at the moment. Because I think his name was Candyman or... I can't remember his name.
Yeah, not be no Candyman.
But Candy Cane was the name. It was either the name they gave themselves, because they tried to pretend... Okay, so what happened was that Paul Walker and, Steve Zahn or whatever... They were calling people on the CB, and they contacted this trucker, and they were pretending to be a chick, and they were flirting with him and getting him all riled up, and then they were like, meet me at this hotel in room so-and-so. So here's the thing. They got a room next door, because they wanted him to go in the room and like find out that it's empty, and they would hear on the other end of the wall like his reaction. Well, a guy was in there, and they thought it was going to be funny, like, oh, you're not him, and you don't belong here, and get away, there's no woman here, blah, blah, blah. No, the guy fucking killed the man because he was at the wrong place at the wrong time, of course, but they didn't expect that he was going to be psycho crazy to kill him, and then the guy finds out that they were playing a prank, and so he fucks with them the whole time.
Wow.
Yeah, you should see Joyride. It's so good.
Oh my God.
And then the other movie is this movie I saw called Don't Hang Up. And yeah, it's exactly how it sounds.
Sounds like a phone booth.
So these group of kids have a YouTube page, and their main sort of theme is they play pranks on people over the phone, landline, have you, and then they record it, with their responses, whatever. And so they just want more likes, and they go more into the extreme or whatever. And then they fucked with the wrong person, and the guy calls them back and was like, I got you. Like, he's a hacker, so he like hacks into their webcams, like, I can see you, I know what y'all are doing. And he turns the tables on them and makes, questions the people's friendships or whatever, and it just gets escalated. The twist, there is one. It was predictable, but not at the same time. I appreciate it for what it was, but whoa, was it far-fetched. I mean, it's just like one of those movies where, like, oh, I'm in the shower, and the minute I step out, like, a bomb's going to go off. What am I going to do? And then I'll be in... I mean, it's just a plot that's just never happened, but they're just going to make a story out of 90 minutes of it, It's just something like that. So, for some reason, they can't escape. They find ways to keep them locked up, and they can't call the police, and they can't hang up the phone, and... Yeah, so, but it was just their need for this popularity from strangers, and just having, like, you've done it so many times, but let's just do it one more time and fuck with this family. And yeah, it's pretty fucked up, actually, like how it ends or whatever. But yeah.
I think that's how a lot of those pranks go, when you take it one step too far. And that's usually, a lot of the times, it's the catalyst for the story. Like in Sorority Row, the remake, where it's like, they play this prank. They obviously scare the kid. He's freaked out. He thinks she's dead. And it's like, okay, we've taken her somewhere to bury her. And it's like, we've gone far enough. But we have to go so far as to leave her lying over there by herself. He's freaking out. And it's like, nobody was watching him because he really thinks her ass is dead. We've taken it too far.
Yeah.
We've taken it too far. And that's just my problem. The Purge goes too far.
The Purge is definitely...
You know? I mean, and a lot of people will love that, and they would love to do that. And that fucking freaks me out.
Yeah.
It's like they would love to do that. I don't know how that would help. Like someone can get out all their aggression in one 12-hour segment. I can kill whoever I want, whenever I want. It's like, I don't think that helps us build character as a country. But that's just my opinion.
Well, I've never taken a life, but apparently it's therapeutic. You just let it all out. Apparently, I you know.
Well, it goes back to even like you asked me about the box before.
Mm-hmm.
Would I push the button? I can't push a button. I'm not just going to go around hacking people up.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think like revenge can also be sort of a catalyst for that kind of thing too. I mean, you basically just can't let shit go.
Yeah.
And sometimes even when you get revenge, you still have to keep going. Like they've got the thrill of the kill and they can't stop and they just have to do more of it.
That's a good example. Scream. He got his revenge. He kills Sydney's mom, but a year later, they still want to kill more people. Why?
Yeah.
Because they're fucking crazy. But they still wanted more. It was like it wasn't enough to just get revenge on this one person that you felt like ruined your life. You still want more.
Yeah.
And that's probably why all the slashers continue sequel after sequel, because most of them are built around the idea of revenge. They're seeking vengeance for the death of their mother, whoever. So it's like they got to keep killing people, even though these people are not connected to the original act. Just got to keep killing them.
I'm actually like super surprised there hasn't been a movie made where it was all about like Christmas Eve or like Black Friday and like everybody's after that one item and they're all like stuck in a department store or something and it's just this rampage that then just turns into this like bloodbath just based on that need of consumerism. I'm surprised we have not seen one because the scenes that they show on like the news or whatever on like when those stores open, like that shit is so creepy. And like they even did a year where there was a comparison of how Black Friday is here versus England, and it is just so peaceful. And then we cut to us and we're like camping out 2 nights before and we're just, and like everybody just runs in. Some of them you would think it's like, oh, it's fun. We're like racing to get our stuff. It's like supermarket sweep. But then like, no, that shit gets super deadly.
Yeah.
And like, I was
people are like shaking the gates and they're like tearing the door down. It's just ridiculous. I think they still do that once in a while. It looks fun where they'll actually do the supermarket sweep. I saw at it's probably like a Best Buy where someone was like, okay, you have like a minute or 90 seconds to do this. And it's like they run down the aisle and they like grab the TVs and they slide them all the way down. And it's like, oh, that does look like fun. And then they're like grabbing printers and laptops and
break
running.
it on the way.
And it's like, he's like, all right, I'm at the end. Let me just like move this giant refrigerator over here because it's right next to it. I can't run anymore.
That actually is kind of a steal.
Yeah.
See, it sucks because you can't carry it and like get it there in time or whatever. But yeah, I would totally walk out with one of them.
It's like, that's fun. But I don't know. They've hinted at it with different movies. I think you said it was at the beginning of Krampus.
Yeah.
I feel like they did it at the beginning of something else too.
Well, they did, but the one I'm thinking of, but it wasn't a horror movie though.
Oh, which one was it?
It was Jingle All the Way.
That's not the one I'm thinking of. I feel like there was another Christmas horror theme movie.
Oh, really?
They showed at the beginning.
Just showed like them like getting all
people just getting buck wild over that.
Too funny.
Doorbuster. Oh, God.
I know. I'm trying to think of one. Like, I swear I've seen it too. I think the one I'm thinking of was probably like a TV show or something. I just remember somebody did some acrobatic move and like ended up on top of this tower grabbing the last bear that everybody wanted, and then all the parents was like, "Get him!" But I can't remember what it was. I just recently watched it. I can't remember, but yeah,
Sounds ridiculous.
I've gone out on a few Black Fridays and done that thing or whatever, and I just went in there. I knew exactly what I want. I grabbed it, got in line, done. But remember that little Instagram story I posted about Target? Didn't you see, you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
It's like, nope.
I only got 30 seconds, of course, but man, people were in everybody's way. They were just crawling and digging for stuff like squirrels. It was hilarious to watch, and nobody cared. Like, it was just so natural. And you had all these Target people just on the line with like batons ready to get it. No, I'm kidding. But no,
They should.
But yeah, they were all just planted there waiting to answer questions or break some up if something happened. But yeah, that electronics section was no joke.
I feel like, yeah, every other section you could go to is like clothes. I'm sure it'll still be a mess.
Yeah.
But there's not any bargains, so
No.
one's trying to like gouge each other's eyes out over a cashmere sweater.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm sure there's like a lot of other stuff out there. I would just have to think more about it. I have a feeling something like that would be somewhat of an older title. I haven't really caught that type of theme too much in our, golden years. I think some of that stuff is usually back then. Like, sometimes when there are a lot of like sacrificial movies where they just get so used to having like a rich life or like, a plentiful, garden during, winter season, all that stuff. And they just sacrifice people to make sure that they get all their riches and, all that stuff. And so, I don't know. I see that as like an old sort of theme. That I would need to like go back and start watching more older stuff, but
Well, that is an old theme.
Yeah.
Especially for religion.
mm-hmm.
That's what they used to do. They would sacrifice people for the harvest or for the winter so that they would come out of the dark months.
Yeah.
And it's springtime. We're happy. Let's cut off someone's head. We're so happy.
Yeah.
Human sacrifice is not anything new. And I think that's kind of that's what horror films are about as well. It's like the human sacrifice. The sacrifice to whatever this thing is. You have to keep giving it power. Keep it going.
Did you like Ravenous?
Ravenous. Is that the one where they're like locked up and there's somebody that they rescue, but then they find out they're a cannibal?
Kind of. I mean, it all takes place in the woods.
Yeah.
And Guy Pearce is in it, I think. I think Robert Carlyle is in it too. But yeah, I mean, obviously there's this religion that obviously when you eat somebody's flesh, you eat their soul and their energy and all that. And so it just turns into this like...
You eat their power.
Yeah, cat and mouse thing. That was pretty gruesome. But I mean, yeah, that kind of was one of those things where they were just greedy for that power. I don't know if it stretched their lifeline. Did they live longer? Was that another thing? Or did they just pick up on their energy?
I thought it was like just what they believed in.
Okay.
But I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I thought it was just, they believed in it so much that they felt like they were taking on their energy. But I thought that they were mostly just crazy.
I don't remember too much about that movie, but I remember it was kind of gross, wasn't it? Wasn't it like super gory?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, it was kind of more of a thriller, but I think it was still pretty violent. People were eating each other.
Yeah. But I don't know. I remember the trailer being sort of comedic, but that movie wasn't really that funny. It was kind of serious.
No, I think it was supposed to be serious.
Yeah.
Speaking of something that wants something too much, any of the body snatchers. All of those things that come along and want to just spread into everyone. But then they fuck up and they fuck with the wrong person. In the faculty, it's like, she could have spread to everyone, but, she fucked with the wrong person. She didn't get him in time. Body snatchers. What's that movie? Of course, she got what she wanted. It's not the same as the body snatchers, but the girl with all the gifts.
Oh, okay.
at the end, I mean, she got what she wanted. She spread it to everyone.
Yeah. How were those body snatcher movies? I don't think I've ever watched one of them.
They're all kind of different, I think. So the one that came out in the 50s, it was more like they were like pea pods. That's what they look like. Just like big pods. You open it up and there's vegetables. But no, they were people. I never saw that one.
Uh-huh.
And then the one in the 70s.
Was it just constant remake after remake, though?
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
I think... and yeah, so it's like it's always been a remake. Because in the 90s, they came out with another one. That was a remake. That one was pretty graphic. I mean, because, like, effects had changed. So it was like there was something under the bed, I think, that would, like, come out. And it would, like, vines or, like, things would go into the person. And it would copy them from the inside out.
Mm-hmm.
And then they would just, like, disintegrate and be gone. No trace. And they made another one with Nicole Kidman. Where I think
that's not the 90s one?
No, that was like 2000 something.
Oh, my God. I thought the Nicole Kidman one was the only one.
And I didn't see that one. But I think it was sort of the same where it's like they didn't show emotion. Or something.
Uh-huh.
And that's how I remember the one in the 90s where it's like they just didn't show emotion.
That was Daniel Craig too, right? Or am I thinking
Daniel Craig
else?
was in the one with Nicole
Kidman, yeah.
I don't remember who was in the 90s version. Oh, Jennifer Tilly's sister was in it. Meg Tilly.
Which one was Donald Sutherland?
That was the 70s.
That was the 70s one. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, he was in it too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alrighty.
And the only thing I know about those two they had in common was when they would turn and they knew someone was not, they would like, they would scream.
That famous scene.
Yeah. It's too much. They want too much.
Oh, another reporter one. Or was he a photographer? Midnight Meat Train. That fucker got too nosy. He got super nosy. And what did he... Oh, man.
Like...
You got what you wanted.
It's like you really just want to make a name for yourself that bad.
That was insane. I love that movie.
Gross.
Do you remember the very big open-ended ending that they had? I mean, oh my God.
No, it was supposed to be one of the movies I was going to watch this year for Halloween. But
they opened that shit up to a franchise.
Oh,
it
really?
had so much potential. The way that it ended, it was like... Because the way that it was advertised was like, okay, there's a man, he's on a train, he's beating people with a meat cleaver. Like, that's it. There's no, well, not room, but there's no reason to make it deep. I mean, man, did they come up with something. They took it back and they gave it like such a huge backstory. It's not as simple as you think. And I was just waiting for a sequel and it never happened.
Did it not do well?
I don't think it did well.
I think that's what happened.
I don't think it did well.
But they didn't even do like a straight to video.
Super underrated though. That movie is really good. You're listening, it's good. Vinnie Jones, he ain't like...
What's he up to?
He ain't the juggernaut.
No, he's not the juggernaut.
Oh my God, I can't believe him. No. I thought he was in the Snatch series, but I don't know. I could be wrong.
Was he in the movie?
He was in the movie.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what he's up to. I'm sure he's been doing something. We're gonna find out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really like Midnight Meat Train. Definitely watch that. I don't know if it's on Netflix anymore though.
It was for Halloween, but maybe not now.
They may have taken it out.
I just couldn't do it. It's too much blood and gore for me for 1 month. I was like, all right, I gotta tap out. Take a little break.
Yeah, it is pretty gross.
Mm-hmm.
That's why
I mean, he's British or something, so I'm sure he's over there, working on all kinds of stuff.
He was in the new version of Magnificent Seven. He also did episodes of Arrow and MacGyver.
Oh, okay. So he's...
Yeah. So he's kind of working.
He's working.
Yeah.
He's getting paychecks. He's good. See, he believes in moderation as well. That's what it's all about. Moderation. You spoil your kids, they'll end up like fucking... What's her name? Debbie Salt.
Oh.
And they'll just fucking kill you.
Debbie Salt. Who's that?
Debbie.
Deb. Why am I not clicking with that name right now?
I'm saying I want you dead and I want your money.
Was her name Debbie Salt?
Oh no, Debbie Selinsky.
Okay, I was just saying.
I don't know who Debbie Salt is.
Debbie Salt sounds
Debbie
so
Salt,
familiar.
Debbie Salt. Debbie Salt.
It's Deborah.
Debbie Salt. Who is Debbie Salt?
There is a Veruca Salt.
Yeah, no, that's not who I was thinking of. There's a
Okay.
Debbie Salt. But anyway, yeah.
Want you dead and I want your buddy.
I love it.
Too
Officer.
funny.
My husband was in that house.
Oh, you're horrible. I'm going to let you think about Debbie Salt for a second. It'll come to you.
I just can't.
It'll come to you. You got to the end of this episode because you're going to be mad when I tell you.
No. Debbie Salt. Debbie Salt. I just really can't think of it.
Well, you think we have to
No.
keep talking.
I can't talk and think at the same time.
Do you really want me to tell you? You're
Just
going to
tell
be
me.
mad.
It's fine.
Scream 2.
Right. Okay. That wasn't even her name, though.
But still,
Yeah.
you ought to be ashamed.
I'm not.
You should know that.
I have no shame.
I can't believe I forgot about that.
But that's why it popped in my head.
I know. Joan Cusack. I love her. God, that part was so good.
It's just so good.
You just opened a floodgate. I just have to talk about her forever now. She is
No.
too funny.
I didn't want Malibu Barbie. I wanted ballerina Barbie. I was graceful. So they had to go.
They had to go.
It's like
Click.
that's your go-to immediately. They didn't get me.
My husband was in that house. God, she is amazing.
Such like top 10 amazing performances that people just don't appreciate enough. Yeah. She's
Yes.
amazing.
Okay.
Death Becomes Her.
Oh my goodness.
You wanted it too much. You took it too far. And now
vanity,
look at ya.
the youth, the revenge, the grudge. They just
Oh.
would not let anything go in that one. Oh my God.
Until it was way too late. Way too late. And even then, it's like you're still trying to ruin his life. Still trying to ruin his life. Because y'all couldn't stop butting heads.
Wow,
just
yeah. What a vengeful story. You took it to literal death.
Mm-hmm.
That
And
was
beyond.
crazy. I'll paint your ass, you paint mine.
But again, like top 10 best performances. I can't believe she didn't like it. I'm so sad.
I know.
Meryl, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so Meryl apparently wasn't a big fan of the whole special effects aspect of the movie. She felt that it took place over the actual story. And so they were so big on making this whole spectacle on how good special effects are. So I guess filming wise, like
Yeah.
being in those certain positions and things, she was not a fan of that whatsoever.
Yeah.
So she was just like, dead to you, death becomes her.
And I've heard lots of people say that. Lots of actors are like, oh, I hate doing green screen and blue screen because there's nothing there. And oh my God, I'm acting to a tennis ball. And it's like, I can see that being just weird. You're supposed to be talking to this character, but there's no one there.
Yeah.
So I know.
So she vowed never to do a special effects movie ever again.
And I remember she had like a hood over her head because they had to like twist her head around, but she had to film and it was uncomfortable. But Jesus, Meryl, that's iconic.
I wonder what Goldie would say right now about this movie.
Goldie has nothing but good things to say, I'm sure.
She was, oh my gosh, she was so good.
Madeline, I need to speak to Madeline at once.
She's not here.
It's not it.
God. Too funny.
Sexual. Sexy. Sex. Sex.
So good.
Sex. Oh man, they're just so good. I love that movie.
Now that's a movie that will never be remade. Don't touch it. It is about the people who were in it. It has shit to do with the story. It is the people that made that
Like,
movie.
you just can't.
Not the plot.
You cannot.
Don't fuck with this movie.
Those performances, you can't.
You cannot.
Cannot. Like, I just can't. Oh, so, kind of off topic. So they finally remade Overboard, which I love the movie Overboard.
What do you mean finally?
Because they've been talking about they were going to remake it.
I've heard 2 versions of Overboard, but you're saying so is there a movie, or you're saying they officially made a decision about...
they made it. It's
When was
coming
this?
out. I don't know, like yesterday.
Is it called Overboard?
It's called Overboard.
What is it?
Anna Faris.
Okay, that's the latest one that I heard.
But they did a gender swap.
Yes.
Yeah. So she's playing the...
This is out right now?
It's about to be out soon. I just saw the trailer today.
But it's not theatrical.
It looks like it's going to be theatrical. I don't know. But all I'm saying is, so they did this. What?
They just released it today.
Yeah, it just came out today. And, Overboard, it wasn't something I was like hell-bent against them remaking. But I really liked that movie. And I know people didn't appreciate when it came out, but I think it's really funny. And I just love their performances. That being said, if they were going to do it, I'm like, okay, how are you going to do it? I think the gender swap is cool. Who are you going to get to do it? I think Anna Faris is funny. The gentleman, I'm familiar with his face, but I have no idea.
Well, apparently he's a Playboy something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or not a Playboy, I'm sorry. They just call him a Playboy in the movie.
Well, but
He's
I mean,
just
the actor, I'm saying,
yeah.
I'm not sure. But I watched the trailer, and it's like, oh, whatever. I don't need this. So if they were to do this Death Becomes Her, I think I would have to, like, riot outside of a theater. Because it would just be terrible. Are you watching it right now?
No, I was reading about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll watch it after. It would be a horrible movie. There's just no way they can. I don't even know if they're even supposed to, like, if you were to remake this movie, would the point be to recreate what we're seeing, like, scene for scene, or do they just want to take the core and just have another excuse to, like, have gruesome deaths and then just use special effects or whatever? But
yeah, and I think it's like, oh, it's a bad idea. Don't call it Death Becomes Her if you're going to do that. If you're going to take the core idea and it's like, okay, it's similar in ideas, but no.
But yeah, if you want to remake this movie, nope.
No.
Not going to work. Not going to work.
Even like, it's like 5 years later, I don't know. The dialogue is still funny as fuck. Everything is still so entertaining. And the special effects, I think, still hold up really well.
When that bitch fell down them stairs.
Oh my God, it's so uncomfortable.
Marble. Her first drop was on that neck.
You see it. And then just
all that clacking rolling, and oh my God. Her getting up.
It's like you can kind of see when she gets up. I'm like, still, no, it still looks really good. For that being the beginning of special effects, it looks so good.
I just watched that last week. I just watched it. I had like a day where I just watched all these movies and with the same similar tone and diva-ness. Mm-hmm. And yeah, that was one of the movies. And like, it was still funny as shit. And yeah. But yeah, I mean, back to topic, like those two could not let it go. She was so obsessed with finding a man who could not be so blinded and go to her more attractive friend. She needed to find a man who could withstand her wiles, and she just put herself in punishment every single time. She couldn't help herself. Mm-hmm. And yeah, that obviously can be very dangerous because it finally ended up with them two killing each other.
You need to completely erase your right. You're absolutely
only Robert Zemeckis can take a vet from Sesame Street and turn her into this bitter doctor who is tired of listening about Madeline Ashton. Aww. It was really difficult to watch that sweet woman just be so mad.
You know who her husband is?
No.
Or was Kevin Peter Hall. He was the original Predator.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
He was the performer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
He passed away.
Oh.
I mean, he passed away shortly after he did Predator.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
But that was her husband. Trivia. And no, we can never have enough trivia.
No, not enough.
Never. We're getting pretty close.
Are we?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, oh, Jesus. Okay. Yeah. I don't have anything. Yeah.
I can't think of anything else. Yeah. But it was fun to like try.
Of course. It's a
Yeah.
very interesting theme. And I'll have to look out for that stuff when I watch other horror movies now to see if there's some kind of like, you could have just let it sit right there, but you had to keep. So I'll keep an eye out for that kind of stuff
I
now.
mean, I think you can apply it to a lot of things.
Yeah, of course.
Characters who it's like, you're an asshole, you're a bitch, you're sleeping with the main character's boyfriend, and you didn't need to do that. If you hadn't been, you wouldn't be like naked right now. Because now you're trying to run and put clothes on, and you're tripping over your high heels, and you just look stupid, and you're dead. See? See, kids? Don't listen to your inner hoe all the time. Sometimes your inner hoe gets you killed. Well, did I say half a bitch really?
You did.
I did.
You did.
I remember. So, taking things too far. The episode of Supernatural, I don't remember what the name of the episode. Oh, yes, I do. The episode's name is Maleficarum.
Okay.
It was like the first witch episode. So good. I think it was season 3. And remember at the beginning, homegirl, like all her teeth fall out.
Ew.
You remember that?
Well, I can imagine. God, that
She's like brushing her teeth, and then she's like, all of her teeth start falling out.
Yeah, it kind of
Because her husband is having an affair with a witch, and she's like, oh, you gonna leave me and not show up on date night? I'm gonna kill your wife.
on date night. Ha!
But then plot twist, it's like, oh, she's not the one killing people, because then it's like she suddenly like dies in the middle of the episode. Her wrist just gets slit open and she's dead.
Okay.
So people are like, oh, she killed herself because she was depressed and crazy. There's a witch coven. And it's like, are they killing each other? No. One of them is possessed by a demon. Which one is it? And then, you know, they find out. You remember this episode at all?
No, not really.
Gosh, such a fun episode.
13 years of this show. Like, I can't.
True. And I'm going back to year 3.
Yeah.
It's been too long. But once the witch is revealed, once they realize it's not her, and she's like, you know, no, I'm wearing her meat because I've killed her, and now I'm just walking around like her. The main bitch, who you think is in charge, but is not, clearly, they're at her house doing all this chanting and shit. And she's like, shut your painted hole. And she's like, oh, what? Huh? And she's so upset. And she's like, you don't talk to me like that. Not in my house. And then she snaps her neck. She don't even touch her. She just snaps her neck. It's like, bitch, if you had walked away in that moment or kept your mouth shut like she told you to, you wouldn't have got your... I mean, she still had sold her soul, you know, so I guess it wasn't going to work out for her anyway. So, bitch, you sold your soul.
Yeah.
Never mind. Still, she might have been able to live longer because, you know, Sam and Dean were always getting out of deals with selling their souls and shit. So it's like, maybe she could have too. But,
Privilege.
bitch, really? She was so privileged.
Yeah.
She was. I mean, they were living in a nice neighborhood, like trying to get like cheaper APR on their mortgage and shit. I guess that's what you chant about.
That show. So yeah, quit while you're ahead. Don't piss off the wrong people, especially ones who have powers. What the deuce?
And I think that's a good motto in this instance, Rob. Across the board. Quit while you're ahead. Because you're ahead. You knock the killer down, run. You knock the killer down. Don't hit him again.
And don't drop the weapon.
Close range. Oh, and don't drop the weapon.
When he says run, it doesn't mean you stop defending yourself.
I don't know why they do
Hold on to the weapon.
It's like, I can't do both. It's like, no, just put it in your belt. Just go, run.
Save it for later. You're not an evil person if you want to hold a knife and want to cut people. It's okay. You can still do it if some dude is trying to get you.
But cool while you're ahead.
But yes, leave. Definitely leave.
Don't-
Because you know that car ain't going to start, so you got to get a head start.
Don't overeat. Don't buy too many gifts. Don't buy gifts that your kids don't need, like Mogwais. You didn't need that shit. You took it too far.
Yeah. Well, he had to make up for all the neglect.
Well, he didn't.
Because
That was like super fail.
Because that father was not around.
Just totally fucked up. Bad. But yeah. You just don't need to do that much, man. Sometimes less is more. I'm speaking to all of the evil alien races out there that insist on just taking over the planet. Sometimes just quit while you're ahead.
You would think they would have enough data by now. You're either going to come down and get us or you're not.
Maybe not.
Yeah, don't do it. But still, I mean, this has been going on for a while.
Yeah.
Like,
well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this convoluted idea of mine. I know I did.
hey, tangents can be fun. We talked about a lot of stuff today.
We did.
Yeah, we
talked about
did.
a lot of stuff.
Yes, we did.
It was good. Well, once again, happy holidays and almost Happy New Year. So we'll catch you in a few more days.
Yeah, check us out. Even New Year's Eve has something to talk about with horror, and we gonna find it. So we will
Ring-a-ding-ding.
see you on New Year's Eve.
I don't know the words.
I know.
Okay. We'll catch you in a few days on Bitch I Ain't Scared, guys.
Bye.
Don't die before then.